Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to another Rec Room video, and in today's Rec Room video we have a bunch of news to talk about. We're going to be talking about this new recent update inside of Rec Room, some news about Nintendo, and to top it off, this weird voice mod promotion going on. Though in the meantime, this new recolor did come out. Now I do want to say this new recolor inside the shop, a lot of people really didn't like when I made my video and stuff like that. And to be quite honest, I think if Rec Room had messed with the material instead of just the color, then I think it would do a lot better with sales. Just the whole green and red for the costume bat ears, it's just not good. So of course, what do you guys think? What should be added or changed to this item to make it more purchasable? In other news, Rec Room players that have been booting up Voice Mod recently have gotten this weird promotion by Voice Mod. It directly asks if you're playing Rec Room, and it says this. It's one of the best VR and in parentheses and non-VR games out there ... And it's even better when you play with Voice Mod. See how to connect them at the link below. Now I do want to say I love to see it that Rec Room is connecting to more platforms and stuff like that, and I love to see this type of compatibility. It's super strange to happen, though I'm not really too surprised because in Rec Room's actual game you can change your voice pitch, so Rec Room doesn't really seem too against the whole voice mod idea. I think it's super dope, and of course, do you guys have voice mod? Be sure to let me know if you guys have seen this notification. Continuing onward with our video, Nintendo is actually taking down not just rooms inside of Rec Room, but also custom shirt. A shirt creator had reached out to me through my Discord DMs and had sent me the messages they had received due to them having Nintendo related custom shirts that were public and published on their profile. Now this message would end up reading mod code 010 IP notice. We had removed and logged public access to a custom shirt you created due to intellectual property infringement. We will remove content where we receive requests by the rights holder. We encourage creators to review our creator code of conduct and use original content in their creations. So it seems like Nintendo is going for all forms of actual Rec Room content that is Nintendo, including rooms, custom shirts, and probably every single box. Now I do want to bring up that this necessarily isn't a bad thing. I mean, to be fair, it is their actual content that creators are replicating and making money off of. A few comments really do highlight this, and I never really thought about it this way, and to be quite honest, it kind of made me a little less sad about all these Pokemon rooms disappearing. It sucks and all, but if I was a company like Nintendo and people are making money off of my content inside this random VR game, I'd probably do something too. It's super reasonable, I feel like it's totally justified, but of course, let me know your guys' thoughts on what you guys think, because I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say. Now, that is what I was definitely not expecting. But of course, let's continue on with Rec Room's new update. Now, I love updates, and I'm pretty sure that you love updates as well. Now, how exactly do I do them on the channel? Well, every time Rec Room releases an update, they release patch notes, and I'll basically read out the patch notes which talk about everything new that they added. If this is your first rodeo with an update video, then be sure to pay attention because there's going to be a lot of text and a lot of talking. Now, here's the new Rec Room patch, the Too Much Handles edition. They have general improvements, bug fixes, Rooms 2.0 updates, and studio updates. So getting started into all of this business, let's start off with general improvements and get straight into the patch notes. Now Rec Room has said that they've added a couple of audio settings which are echo cancellation and background noise suppression that they're going to be rolling out over the coming weeks. These can interfere with sample recording and playing music through your microphone. If you notice any issues with either of those activities, try turning these settings off in the audio settings. And so I don't have this actual split test, sadly. I opened up my audio settings and echo cancellation and background noise suppression weren't there. Be sure to let me know if you guys got it though, and if it's cool. Shoot, even feel free to send me an actual, DM. That'd be pretty cool. This change adds a new function definition node to the palette. Function definitions will appear as new nodes in the palette and execute whatever logic creators put into the function definition. The main benefit of the function definition nodes is that logic, which is currently copied and pasted hundreds of times in circuit boards, can be pasted into a single function definition and used multiple times without paying additional cost for the chips. In other words, if you put 10 chips in a function definition and use that function definition 100 times, it costs 111 chips. Doing the same thing with the circuit board cost over 1,000 chips. A limited set of chips are available inside function definition right now, but we'll be adding more chips. While targeting a drawing surface with a marker in hand, you will no longer be able to target or swap with the other tools in view. Touch players can now go into draw mode by pressing the draw prompt on the screen. Added the following nodes into beta: not equal, list add if not contains, list distinct, list union, list intersect, and item list and excess. Data tables now support inventory items as a column type, and that's pretty much it for our general improvements. They fixed a bug with inventions causing dorm anchors to not work correctly, adjusted the landscape geo in Rec Royale to eliminate spots where players can get stuck in falling animation, fixed an issue where leaving the share camera in the tripod mode in front of a physical button can block the button from being pressed by other players, fixed a bug that allowed shapes to be inverted, fixed rotation and inversion toggles for Rec Room Studio billboards, fixed an issue with the invention rotation during spawn while using advanced creation mode. They fixed a long-standing bug which sometimes caused spawner components to spawn AI in the wrong orientation, fixed the view more featured a custom avatar items button, fixed the out-of-network key errors for synced variables not including the variable for context in the maker pen log, fixed an issue that could cause the player join event not to run in rooms with deleted player definition boards. Some rooms with state machine chips will now correctly load again, fixed a bug where some items like potions in Rec Royale were harder to pick up than others, fixed a bug where saving a modified room with an enabled equipment slot would cause saving issues, and lastly restore the missing back button in the maker pen palette. In Rooms 2.0, there's a new HUD button to directly access your room inventory if there's any visible items. Freeze is available when edited to a R2 container. They added 2 new Rooms 2 specific chips into beta, handle set player filter tags, and handle get player filter tags. Players can fly at R2 rooms with taking pictures of their inventions. Collision events and chips should now return to the root object in Rooms 2. Fixed an issue where player traits for sprint speed, crouch speed, and prone speed would not update when changed to their corresponding set node upon a first entry to a room. And lastly, fixed an issue where the center pivot operation could not be undone while in edit mode. And that wraps it up for our bug fixes and our Room 2.0 updates. Now let's talk about Rec Room Studio. Do you have Rec Room Studio? Of course, be sure to let me know if you guys do. And if you guys are interested in getting Rec Room Studio, then feel free to check out my Rec Room Studio video. Now getting started with this update, inside the Rec Room Studio bug fixes, you can no longer accidentally delete nodes in the circuit editor that should not be deleted. RR doesn't support point light shadows, and they removed the shadows option from point lights. Objects that are connected to the scaled clamps, piston, and rotators now show up in the right place and at the right scale. Added new inspector buttons to the create new object boards for objects that could have a board but don't currently. They fixed an issue where the object board attachment mode was set to attached on every object board when saving rooms in RR Studio. They fixed a bug with the default position and rotation when placing new objects into the maker pen scene. And Rooms 2 rooms now support the hierarchy changes involving object boards. Previously moving an object like a button into a container in Studio will leave the button's object board in a corrupt state. Now the button's object board will be moved into the container's object board as expected. When moving, rotating, or scaling hierarchies of objects in Room 2 rooms, objects will now end up in the right place and at the right scale, without jittering around in the process. And lastly, they fixed an error message that appeared when attempting to test Rooms 2.0 subrooms in-game. So, a bit of, Rooms 2.0 bug fixes there inside of Rec Room Studio. And of course, if you guys weren't already aware, Rooms 2.0 is actually coming to Room Awards as well. Here are their metrics and stuff like that they'll be having for Room Awards, and of course, be sure to let me know your guys' thoughts on Rooms 2.0. Hey! Did you know that I have memberships? Now, I do want to say, you guys can get a free shoutout, basically a free membership, as long as you guys attend my live streams whenever I actually go live on YouTube or TikTok or anything like that. YouTube now has this new feature where I can gift about 10 memberships every single month, and I'm going to be doing that. And basically, with these 10 memberships, I'll be reading your name out on the channel for basically free for you. So, of course, folks, be sure to tune into the live streams and stuff like that at least monthly, and you may have a chance of winning a membership. Now, basically, big massive shout out to all my channel members: Moofy, Logan from Hell, Blur, Forest, S+ Maniac, Manuel Lopez, Barry VR, Snub, Gullet, _XE, FireGod82, DanoPie, Adam.exe Games, Yo It's Jakey, Hockey Boy, Jack Tutorial, Greg Stream, Sonny Robot, Garlic Bread, Peanut Butter B3599, Chicken Prince, Noodle Official, Zipical, Ace the Narrator, Potato on Skates, Burning Owl, Erico VR, Tech Side, Trevor A, Mr. Raphael RR, Cloud, Netflix69, Box David, and Dozer Blade Cat. Of course, if you're a Squidling, thank you for your support as well. I really do appreciate it, and it actually does help. Now, let's get back into the video. And folks, that's pretty much our entire Rec Room update, and pretty much all the news that we'll be talking about in today's video. If you guys like this video, feel free to like, though if you guys don't like this video, you guys may be stuck on the older version of Rec Room. I'm just messing around, folks. Of course, if you guys haven't already, feel free to use the code SKULL inside the game. It's SK0L, or go into my profile and click that support button. I greatly do appreciate it. Though, in the meantime, if you guys haven't already seen, but of course, before before we end it off, I do have to say, I just uploaded a video talking about how you guys can earn tokens for completely free, or how you guys can pay for more tokens. It's a Rec Room guide on how you guys can earn them and stuff like that, and I did pretty it up. It's like 8 minutes long, and I'm going to try and make longer form content. So I'd really appreciate it if you gave that a watch, and of course, be sure to subscribe.